Cardi B and Stef Diggs finally seal the deal with wedding date announcement. For months, fans had been living in pure suspense. Rumors, tears, reconciliations, secret meetings, cryptic Instagram stories, strange interviews, and emotional breakdowns from both Cardi B and Stef Diggs had created a whirlwind of confusion. People didn't know if they were engaged, broken up, secretly married, or planning something huge behind the scenes. But nothing could have prepared the world for the night Cardi and Stef finally sealed the deal. It all began 3 days earlier. The build-up, the night everything changed. Cardi B had been unusually quiet online. No rants. No flashy posts. No song snippets. Nothing. Even fans on Twitter were confused. Cardi too quiet, something is up. Meanwhile, Stef Diggs had been seen leaving a luxury jewelry store in New York City with security guarding a small velvet box. The internet went insane. Is that the ring? Is this the proposal? Stef, don't play with us like that. But neither of them confirmed anything. Not yet. White medium star the private dinner, where everything finally broke open. 2 nights before the announcement, Cardi and Stef had a private dinner at a penthouse in Manhattan. Only their closest circle knew about it. Cardi walked in wearing a long champagne gold silk dress that hugged her curves like a glove. Her hair flowed down her back in soft waves, and her makeup was soft but glowing, like she knew tonight was going to be different. Stef was waiting for her in an all-black suit, tailored perfectly, with a single white rose in his hand. Cardi stopped when she saw him. "Why you looking at me like that?" she said with a shy smile. Stef stepped closer. "Because I want to remember this moment for the rest of my life." Cardi's heart almost fell out of her chest. They sat. They talked. Laughed. Held hands across the table. For the first time in months, there were no arguments, no misunderstandings, no cameras, no pressure, just them. And then, ring the proposal they kept secret from the world. After dinner, Stef led Cardi to the rooftop terrace. The entire roof was decorated with soft gold lights, candles, and rose petals. Manhattan glittered in the background like a field of diamonds. Cardi froze. "Stef, what is this?" Stef Diggs took a deep breath, reached into his jacket, and pulled out that velvet box the world had been obsessing over. Cardi instantly started tearing up. "Stef, don't do this to me. I'm not ready. I'm gonna cry." He stepped closer, voice shaking but confident. "Belcalis, you're the love of my life. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But together, we're unstoppable. I want to build with you. I want to grow with you. I want to marry you." Cardi covered her face as tears streamed down. Stef got down on one knee. "Will you be my wife?" Cardi cried even harder, her whole body shaking, then whispered. "Yes, yes Stef. Yes." He slid the ring on her finger, a massive, custom-cut diamond that sparkled like a literal star in the night sky. They kissed. They cried. They held each other for almost 10 minutes straight. But they didn't tell the world. Not yet. No posts. No leaks. No headlines. They wanted one perfect moment to themselves before the world grabbed it. Globe showing Europe Africa the announcement that broke the internet. 3 days later, Cardi B suddenly posted a mysterious countdown on Instagram. Tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No explanation. No caption. No hints. Stef did the same. This time the entire internet went into full cardiac arrest. At exactly 8 p.m., Cardi and Stef went live together, something they had never done before. Cardi walked in wearing a white satin jumpsuit with the engagement ring shining so bright it blinded the screen. Stef stood beside her, looking proud, emotional, and almost nervous. Cardi held his hand and faced the camera. "Okay guys, we've been keeping something. From y'all. Stef squeezed her hand and smiled. Cardi inhaled deeply. We're getting married. Stef added. And the date is officially set. The chat exploded. Millions watching in real time. Hearts. Screaming messages. Shocked emojis everywhere. Cardi giggled, wiping a tear. The wedding is happening on June 14, 2026. Mark y'all calendars. People lost their minds. Twitter crashed. Instagram froze for 2 minutes. YouTube streams exploded. TikTok went into meltdown mode. Cardi continued. We wanted to tell y'all sooner, but we needed time to be sure, to fix things privately, to grow. But now. We ready. We locked in. Stef wrapped his arm around her. That's my wife. Y'all heard her. Cardi squealed and laughed, blushing like a teenager. Two hearts, the emotional moment that sealed everything. Right before ending the live, Stef pulled Cardi close and said, I don't care what the world thinks. I don't care what they say. You're the woman I want to build a legacy with. Cardi's eyes got watery again. I've been waiting for this man to stop playing with me, she shouted jokingly. They both laughed, but then suddenly, Stef lifted her hand and kissed her engagement ring. The live chat went insane. It was intimate. It was real. It was powerful. Cardi ended the live with, see y'all at the wedding. Collision, the aftermath, a world still in shock. Within 1 hour. Every major blog posted the news. Paparazzi flew to NYC. Fans created wedding outfit predictions. Designers started competing to dress Cardi. ESPN even reported it like breaking news. Offset trended for 4 hours because people were curious how he'd react. Rihanna, Beyoncé, Alicia Keys, and Lizzo liked the announcement. Drake commented, congrats, y'all deserve it. Kylie Jenner DM'd Cardi asking to help plan the bridal shower. The world officially had a new obsession. The Cardi B and Stef Diggs wedding countdown. Red Heart, the final scene. Later that night, paparazzi caught Cardi and Stef walking into their apartment hand in hand. They were laughing, kissing, and glowing like two people who finally got everything they ever wanted. Cardi looked at Stef and whispered, we really doing this? Stef replied, we already did. He kissed her forehead. She leaned her head on his shoulder. And just like that, a new chapter began. Here comes your extremely long, dramatic, emotional, YouTube-ready fictional story, packed with twists, tears, shocking moments, family reactions, fan chaos, and a massive crescendo leading to the long-awaited wedding date announcement between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Cardi B and Stef Diggs finally seal the deal with wedding date announcement. Extremely long, deeply emotional, highly dramatic version. For months, the entire internet had been buzzing with rumors, leaks, secret meetings, cryptic Instagram captions, and even blurry paparazzi photos, but nothing prepared fans for the emotional roller coaster that unfolded today when Cardi B and Stefon Diggs finally announced the official date of their long-awaited wedding, a moment fans had been begging for since the very first hint of their union. But the journey to this announcement? Chaos. Emotion. Silence. Redemption. And one final promise. Let's dive deep. Chapter 1, The Silence That Terrified Everyone. For weeks, fans sensed something was wrong. Cardi B had gone unusually quiet. Stefon Diggs skipped multiple media appearances. The couple stopped posting each other. No cute videos. No flirty comments. Nothing but cold silence. Blogs immediately went crazy. The engagement is off. Stef Diggs caught rethinking marriage. Cardi B moves out. Family drama explodes behind closed doors. Even Offset posted a cryptic tweet that sent the entire fandom into meltdown. But behind the silence, something much deeper was happening. Chapter 2, Cardi B breaks down during a family meeting. It all started when Cardi invited her sister Hennessy, her mother Clara, and her closest cousins to her home. She had been fighting tears for days, and that night, she finally broke. Sitting at the end of the dining table, voice shaking, she confessed. "I don't feel secure. I don't feel like Stef is ready. He loves me, but love ain't the only thing." Her mother grabbed her hand, tears forming in her own eyes. "Belcalis, nobody will ever be perfectly ready. What matters is effort, respect, and commitment." Cardi cried so hard she couldn't speak. Hennessy pulled her into a hug. "If you want this marriage, go fight for it. Don't run from it because you're scared." But the truth was, Cardi wasn't scared of the marriage. She was scared of losing him. Chapter 3, Stefan Diggs' confession to his brothers. On the same night, Stefan was in Houston with his brothers Trayvon and Darius. He wasn't smiling. Wasn't drinking. Wasn't joking. He finally broke down in front of them, something he rarely ever did. "I love her. I really love her, but she doesn't believe me. And I feel like I'm losing her." Trayvon asked him softly. "Then what are you waiting for, bro?" Stefan looked at the floor. "I want to marry her, but I'm scared I'll fail her." Darius clapped his hands loudly. "Man, shut that fear down. If she's the one, date the wedding. Seal it. Show her." And right then, something clicked in Stefan Diggs' heart. Chapter 4, The Midnight Drive That Changed Everything. At 2:38 a.m., Stefan grabbed his keys, left his hotel without security, and drove straight to Cardi's house, still wearing gym shorts and a hoodie. Cardi was in bed, still crying silently while scrolling through old photos of them. Suddenly, bang, bang, bang. A knock at the door. When she opened it, Stefan was standing there, breathless, eyes red, looking like a man who had been fighting his own mind for days. She didn't speak. He stepped forward and wrapped his arms around her tightly. "I'm not losing you. I'm not letting fear mess this up. You're my wife. You're my future. Let's finish what we started." Cardi sobbed so hard her whole body trembled. They didn't speak for several minutes. They just held each other, two souls finally breathing again. Chapter 5, The Ring That Almost Broke Cardi. When they finally sat down, Stefan reached into his pocket and pulled out a small velvet box. Cardi gasped. "Stef, what is that?" He opened it slowly. Inside was a massive emerald-cut diamond band, custom-made, engraved with the words, "My last love." Cardi covered her mouth, tears streaming uncontrollably. Stefan wiped her tears gently. "This is not another proposal. You already said yes. This is my promise ring, to prove I'm not going anywhere." Cardi collapsed into his chest, sobbing harder than she had all month. Chapter 6, The Family Meeting, Both Sides. 2 days later, both families gathered for a huge dinner meeting. Cardi's mom. Hennessy. Stefan's brothers. His mom Stephanie. His cousins. Everyone. The house was packed. At first, the atmosphere was tense. Cardi didn't say much. Stef was quiet. Then Stefan stood. He cleared his throat. And in a voice full of emotion, he announced, "I'm ready. Not just for the marriage. But for everything that comes after. I'm choosing your daughter for life. So." He looked directly at Cardi. "Let's pick our date tonight." Her entire family screamed. Stef's family cheered. Cardi burst into tears again.